Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and more news today, and we're specifically on Netflix. Now, I'm gonna kind of show exactly what's been going on and keeping up a recap of what's going on with Netflix. And some of the articles are probably going to say, or some people will say that, oh well, it's just and now everything's bad or whatever. But it goes down to show that it's a lot of things in that's really hurting Netflix and and everything to do with themselves. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what's going on here and tell you and see tell you what's going on and really give you the full context of why Netflix is doing so horrible as of late. Netflix subscriber count in the U.S. and Canada dropped by 1.3 million over the last 3 months. That's really not good. After the Netflix reported losing subscribers for the first time in over a decade last quarter, the company's Q2 quarter earnings report revealed the number of worldwide subscribers dipped by 1 million, including a drop of 1.28 million in the US and Canada alone between the end of March and the end of June. That's better than its projection of losing 2 million worldwide, but the subscriber shortfall in the US and Canada is double the 600,000 drop it reported for Q1. Netflix now reports it has 73.28 million paid subscribers in the US and Canada, and 2020, 67 million worldwide. This comes nearly a week after Netflix announced a partnership with Microsoft on its cheaper ad-supported tier that expects to launch by early next year. In the letter, Netflix emphasized that its current plans will remain ad-free. Netflix execs remain optimistic about the prospect of an ad-supported tier, noting that over the long run, we think advertising can enable substantial incremental membership with lower prices and profit growth, through ad revenues. Not though. The plan is to roll out in the markets where advertisers spend the most money first. The Netflix executives write, our hope is to create a better than linear TV advertisement model that's more seamless and relevant for consumers and more effective for our advertising partners. However, not all of its content will be available on its ad-supported plans due to content licensing agreements. During an earnings call, Ted Sarandos, Netflix co-CEO and chief content officer, stated that the company will clear some content, but certainly not all of it by the time the new tier launches. Netflix adds that viewing time has increased as well. It points to a study done by research firm Nielsen that found Netflix share of U.S. TV rose to an all-time high of 7.7% in June 22, and compared to 6.6% last June. Revenue increased 9% over year from $3.7 billion in 2021 to $7.97 billion this quarter, although the streamer ran into a couple of hiccups in the recent months, including 2 separate layoffs affecting hundreds of workers. There was some good news. The season 4 release of Tradition boosted the series to the second most watched show on the service, traveling behind the Korean language hit Squid Game, which Netflix announced in June will be returning for a second season. Netflix earnings report also revealed the company's plans to acquire Animal Logic, the animation studio behind the Lego Movie. The thing is, though, is that the reason why you only have a spike of that is because you had 2 really good things pop up in the last couple of months. But other than that, everything else is going to go to shit. Because honestly, nobody liked the new Resident Evil movie, and nobody wants the new Yu Yu Hakusho garbage that you're going to be producing anyway either. Because you've shown after the Cowboy Bebop, why would anybody want to watch it? Nobody's going to watch that garbage. So yeah, you're going to potentially die, and I can't wait till you do. An ad-supported tier is just one of the avenues Netflix is exploring to counteract a dip in subscribers. It's also part of the company's efforts to hang on to the ones it already has. But Netflix wants to lock in unpaid subscribers as well, and it partially blamed password sharing for its initial decline in subscribers last year. No, and you're going to lose more people due to this. Netflix execs state that they're working toward finding an SAA-to-use paid sharing offering that aims to launch in 2023. In March, Netflix rolled out tests in Chile, Costa Rica, and Peru that are supposed to let users add sub-accounts for users located outside of the primary account holder's household. Netflix expanded its efforts to crack down on password sharing this week and began letting users in Argentina, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and the Dominican Republic buy an additional home located outside the primary household where they can use Netflix on all devices. Perhaps one of the biggest threats Netflix faces is increasing competition from newer platforms in the streaming industry like Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, and HBO Max. Last quarter, Paramount Plus subscriber count grew to almost 40 million. HBO and HBO Max added an additional 13 million subscribers, and the Disney also gained 8 million new users. Disney Plus already has plans in place to launch a supported tier later this year, etc., etc. So we have that. But no, Netflix, you've gone and done the password sharing. The password sharing is only going to hurt you because as things rise in price, we see things that people are going to have to sacrifice some things, and Netflix is going to be one of them. We're not producing good enough content. We're not producing anything of value, so people are going to just stop. Once that, I'm going to tell you, I would say in the next 3 months, we're going to see how it's going to go with Netflix, and I don't think Netflix is going to be making very many subscribers. If anything, I think they're going to lose more because of the password sharing alone. So people are going to make sacrifices, and Netflix is going to be one of them. As I already said, Netflix password sharing crackdown with a new test. So they want to try to do this new test for the crackdown here, for all their stuff. And then we have Netflix Resident Evil gets eaten up by a horde of bad reviews. So there's also that. So that's not going to do well, as we've seen here. And then we also have Netflix raises prices on all plans in the U.S. So what we're going to see here at Netflix prices hikes is premium 4K is $20, standard is $15, and the basic is $10. And it goes down and down and down as you go. As you see it, this all goes down. So as we see this here, is that spending $20 a month is a lot. And people are not going to want to pay for this if your content's not good enough. So due to all these things that is increasing in content, that's producing worse content after worse content, you're not going to get the Yu Yu Hakusho fans, because people that watch Yu Yu Hakusho or know Togashi at all know that they're not going to be able to make the complex characters as complex as he is. There's no absolute way. The same thing with Cowboy Bebop. Nobody watched Cowboy Bebop because it was absolutely horrendous. It didn't even make the month. It's going to happen again with Yu Yu Hakusho. So again, these people are going to fail, and I can't wait till they do. I hope they just cancel Yu Yu Hakusho outright, because nobody wants it to exist. At all, period. So, we'll see what happens with Netflix. I don't think it's going to go very well. I think it's going to be pretty shitty. I personally think that all this stuff is not going to... I personally think that Netflix will probably be dead within the next couple of years, because nobody's really watching their stuff. And people are falling out. And if you keep on making this woke content that nobody wants to watch, which Yu Yu Hakusho is not woke, but you're going to make it into woke, so it's just not going to work. Because that show, and in general, even if you take it out of the English, you're not going to have the same type of deal at all. It's going to be completely different. None of the characters are these woke level people at all. So you're going to fail there horribly. So we'll see what Netflix does. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.